What's up, guys? Duke Delaet here for another episode of my own channel. I'm talking today about journeying again. Oh, Lendy's giving me a ride in his car. Fucking everything changes, bro. Lendy's got a car. I'm wearing shiny ties. We're eating pho on the weekend. That doesn't change. I do that all the time. I was like, I don't put enough food in my videos. Look at that shit. I was out to lunch with Lendy, Paiz, Social Q Nation. We went to the local Vietnamese place and got some fried fucking rice, which is excellent. He's a songwriter as well, but he's been doing songwriting for much longer than I have. I'm doing a lot of EDM stuff right now. The new album's coming out on the 31st. Check out the other channel. It's not up yet. Never mind. Don't check that out. He's a folk songwriter. He does like acoustic guitar and he's pretty badass. And I was just like, bro, like, you know, when you hear your song over and over again and it's just like you lose all inspiration and it's like, oh, I just got to start something new. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. And he just sat down and he just riffed for like 20 minutes. I should have recorded it, but I don't think he was wanting to be recorded. And he was basically like, look, man, it's really about the journey. It's who you become, who you have to become to get there. I'm like, yeah, I say that shit all the time on the videos, but he's like, you just apply yourself over and over and over and over again until things get easier. And then things will get easier, and then you apply yourself to new things, and then you just move the goalposts and move the goalposts and move the goalposts, and then eventually you've surpassed everybody else there. You've become good at some point, and then you release your shit, and people like it. You have fans, etc. And I was like, all right, well, yep. He's like, that applies to fucking everything. That's what you did with pickup. That's what you did with jiu-jitsu. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, here we go. So, yeah, I was a little downtrodden on myself. The other day I was mixing my own vocals, and that sucks. But he's like, yeah, you just keep grinding at it until everybody else falls off. That's how you work. And so that's how you should apply yourself to this process. And I was like, all right, cool. And that made me think. It's like in the social space, I've gotten to a pretty high level as far as my own personal ability to find myself dates and get myself into social groups, etc., etc., etc. I've achieved everything I ever really wanted to. And with the quarantine, I've had to set new goals because the challenges are different. And that's all I do is I just keep coming up with shit and pound my head against it until it's, you know, I get good at it, and then I keep moving forward, and then eventually you get to ridiculous attainable levels. I think one of the key concepts that's really gotten me along in the journey of life is to find victim behavior and mentality and just root it the fuck out. Just get it out. Because I was talking, I guess, a couple of days ago about, you know, like, don't give a fuck, nobody cares, you're gonna die, bro. Like, the only reason we don't keep moving steadily forward to our goals is because we stop ourselves. Now, obviously, if your goals are hella specific, like I want to, you know, bang some Victoria's Secret model or something, then yeah, you can have a lot of external influences. But in general, when goals are concerned with our own skill set or our own experience, we have the option to get out and achieve them. Like, we can get good at shit. I just started this thing called Melodic. It's like it's kind of like Guitar Hero, but for like actual keyboards. And I'm learning how to play piano and real music theory for real. And I'm just applying myself for fucking half an hour a day. And like, I don't have to buy people's pre-recorded MIDI packs now because I can actually, you know, think of real music, and it's fucking badass. And hadn't done it for years and years and years. And lo and behold, you know, a few weeks in, I'm like, I can hear this. Like, I know what the notes are right and what aren't, and I don't have to like rely on somebody else's skill set now. It's mine now. And just like when we started at The Attractive Man, we started going up and talking to girls in the day and, you know, breaking open social circles and all that stuff. It's just like, you know, step by step, and we get good at it, and then find another step and find another step and find another step until you're traveling around the world doing it for a living. It's like ridiculous. Like, it's not easy, but it's simple. If somebody's done it before, they left a roadmap. And most of these people, with anything you want to do, you want to make money, you want to have a better love life, you want to learn how to make music, like a lot of people who have done it and succeeded wrote books about it and put a bunch of YouTube videos up, and like the information's there at your fingertips for very few dollars. It's like so easy access, but it's not easy to be good at shit because it takes constant repetition and good mentoring and all that other stuff. But like, it's ridiculously simple to move down the path of excellence. So yeah, the journey is what I was talking about. The just applying yourself over and over and over again until you land face up once is just like a core thing in my life. And the only way to do it really is to just jettison all thoughts of victimhood. Like, oh, this external circumstance is stopping me from moving forward. It's like, fuck you. Really, right? Like, stop. There's very little, especially if you can see this video and you're probably watching it on a phone that costs more than your first car. If you can see this video, you have no fucking real excuses. You just don't. Sitting there, first world problems. Okay, like, go out and do your thing. You want to make music? Yeah, you don't need to build a home studio with all this crazy ass shit in it, but you can get a little microphone, USB mic. You can go fucking, there's free DAWs, there's free shit to, you can with your laptop keyboard on a Chromebook, you can do this shit and get started and move it. I was listening to a beat guy, and he was like, I forgot who was it. There's a famous rapper guy. He made his first album doing the sound design on a Beats pill, like the little Bluetooth speaker. And I was like, oh, God, like, there's no excuses. And if you want to get better socially, like right now is the easiest time to make excuses. There's, you know, not a lot of people out. There's not a lot of venues open. Timing is screwed up. Money's different because jobs are scarce. The presidential election was doing all sorts of craziness with the media and like all this weird political power. Like all this stuff's happening, and it's really easy to make excuses. Like, I'm not going to go out and meet new people, right? Like, okay, but then you did what during quarantine? Like, did you get better or did you get worse? This has like really been my best year of growth, really. This has like been my best year of growth, really. I just applied I have so much time to like just crush at shit, and I'm killing it. I love the quarantine in a weird way. Yeah, there's not a lot of options out, but I'm talking to everybody I can and making a lot of new friends and building a lot of new relationships. And when people look back, and they're going to remember this, right? There's some lifelong friendships that are happening during this time that I wouldn't have had the opportunity for if the world hadn't changed the way that it did. So I could sit around and victimize and blah, 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 but then I'd never get to where I want to go. And we would never get to discover what the next level is because I was too busy sitting in my limited thoughts. So your mission today is to figure out a limiting belief about the current status of your life that's stopping you from getting to where you want to go. Something that you can control in yourself. And then write it down, and then look for alternate beliefs that would be more helpful and more useful in that space. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys figured out, and check out yesterday's video over there. Check out the whole playlist of daily challenges are right here, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check out David's video in the links in the description below, and I do this every damn day, so I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, stay awesome. Bye.